Before we get started, I would like to mention a few special guests that we have here today. We have Trustee Molly McClanahan, Board of Trustees, North Orange County Community College District. Ryan Bennett, Board of Trustees, North Orange County Community College District. Denise Simpson, our Program Director for the Disabled Students. Julie Sheff, representing the Provost Office from North Orange County. Catherine Neswinder, Manager, SCE Manager. Thank you, Catherine. Danielle Davey, representing the Dean from the Wilshire Center. I have a few alumni here that I always like to mention. Please stand. David Campos. Where are you? Thank you, David. Joshua Lambert. And Amanda. Wesley. Macias. There you go. Tara. Tara, stand up. Thank you. Okay, also, I have Amy from Sharon Quirk Silva's office. Please stand. And Katrina from Josh Newman. Thank you. I hope I didn't forget anyone. And we'll get started.
Before we begin, please take a moment to silence your cell phones. Welcome to the 18th annual Flag Day ceremony, which stands for work, independence, self-efficacy, and education. I would like to introduce the Fullerton Fire Chief, Wolf Knobby.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. It's an honor for me to be here. Look at all these great faces out here. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was asked to say a few words. I've been the fire chief here in Fullerton for about 12 years and also the fire chief of Brea. I've been with the fire service for 38 years, and prior to that I was in the United States Marine Corps. So this Flag Day means it's extra special for me because it's so important that we honor our country and our flag, and I just give accolades to all of you out there for doing that. I actually immigrated to this country when I was 5 years old. Didn't speak a word of English. Took about 2 years for the country to let us in. I immigrated from Germany, and then when I came in, things didn't go too well. I ended up in foster homes for about 5 years. And then after I was in foster homes, I went to the Marine Corps. At 17 years old, I went to the Marine Corps. And then after the Marine Corps, I became a firefighter. So everything that you want to do, you can do in this country because we have a great country. And don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do something that you want to do. Each and every one of you can do your own destiny. And you guys, whether you have challenges, we all have problems in life, but you can overcome them and you can be the best that you can be because this is our great country. So I just want to thank you for coming and honoring our country. And it's an honor for me to be here with you and to be the fire chief of this great city. So thank you very much.
Today's event is to honor our country's flag and to be reminded of the history behind our red, white, and blue banner. In 1776, Betsy Ross, a widow struggling to run her own upholstery business, was visited by 3 members of the Continental Congress. George Washington, who was the head of the Continental Army, Robert Morris, the wealthiest citizen in the colonies, and George Ross, a respected Philadelphian. George and Martha shared a pew with Betsy in church every Sunday morning. Betsy had also embroidered the ruffles on General Washington's shirt And because of this friendship Betsy had with the Washingtons, she was chosen to sew the first American flag. General Washington showed Betsy a rough design of the flag that included 13 five-pointed stars, one star for each of the 13 colonies. Betsy had great skill with a pair of scissors and demonstrated how to cut a five-pointed star in a single snip. The committee entrusted Betsy with sewing our first American flag. This is our 18th annual Flag Day ceremony. For the past 17 years, we've had our ceremony on one of our 3 campuses. This year, however, we've decided to reach out to the community because we need the support of the community. And if the truth be known, the community needs us. We hope you will enjoy the ceremony, and I'd now like to introduce Frederick Sadie.
In today's ceremony, we are using 4 flags. Angie is carrying the 50-star flag we used today. Corina is carrying a replica of the first flag that Betsy is known for sewing. Jake is holding the California flag. The California flag was raised for the first time exactly 171 years ago today, June 14, 1846. Last but not least, Patrick is proud to carry the City of Fullerton flag. The Wilshire wise students are all proud to be attending college in this great city. Before we begin, I would again like to take you all back in time. The year was 1892. Our guest, a Baptist minister.
I am fortunate. I come from a long line of men of responsibility. Preachers, teachers, writers, merchants. I possess a driving will and a forceful nature that has always aided me in life. Hello, my name is Francis Bellamy, and I'm the author of the Pledge of Allegiance. Though my name isn't familiar to most people today, the pledge, I'm happy to say, has never been forgotten. I was raised in New York. When I was 6 years old, the Civil War began. At the end of the war, I remember seeing soldiers moving through the streets as they returned home. One day, I questioned my father about these men, and one in particular, a neighbor. Father told me the man had fought in the Union Army and had been wounded at the Battle of Gettysburg. What was he fighting for? I asked my father. He told me that the man had fought to preserve the Union. The war had been fought to end slavery and to make the U.S. a nation, one and inseparable. That idea inspired me always. In 1892, when I was a young man, the country was making preparations to celebrate the 400th anniversary of the discovery of North America. There was a movement to provide every school in the country the U.S. flag, and I came up with an idea to write a pledge to our country. This is what I wrote. I pledge allegiance to my flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There have been 4 changes to the pledge since 1892. Today, as we recite the pledge, let us understand the meaning of each word.
I
An individual.
pledge
Promise.
allegiance
Each person's love.
to the flag
Banner of freedom.
of the United
All Americans come together.
States of America
Communities that have come together to form 50 states.
and to the republic
A government chosen by the citizens.
which stands
What our flag stands for.
one nation under God,
One country blessed by our Heavenly Father.
indivisible,
Cannot be divided.
with liberty
Freedom.
and justice
Treating people fairly.
for all.
Boys, girls, men, women of all races and color. I would like to remind the audience that it is respectful to place your right hand over your heart when the United States flag begins to move.
Audience, please stand. Color guard attention. Color guard events. Color guard post colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart and ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join Steve Auger in our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Color guard salute. 1, 2. Color guard dismissed. Please be seated.
The square dance is uniquely American. Early in this century, as America became more modern, square dancing nearly died out. Henry Ford had a major impact in its revival. Mr. Ford desired the high standards of square dancing versus what he considered the evils of jazz. Henry sponsored a square dance program for the Dearborn Public Schools. And soon Mr. Ford was sponsoring square dance classes in several schools, including many colleges and universities. Old-fashioned square dancing became the rage again. Even today, the square dance tradition continues, as there are square dancing clubs that meet all around the United States. Today's square dance is the most difficult dance the students have learned, and they have been practicing for nearly 2 years. We hope you will enjoy Mountain Music Dance by couple number 1, Diana and Kevin. Couple number 2, Yolanda and Jose. Couple number 3, Nancy and Sue. Couple number 4, Karina and Patrick.
Right, start it over.
Playing somebody new. Join your hands, circle it. Playing somebody music, like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Doing alley that left with the corner, turn through the partner. Let's have those heads promenade, go halfway around. Sides promenade halfway. Face your corner, girl, do a do-sa-do with her right there. Keep her and promenade your corner, girl, back home to the Cajun hideaway. Heads move up to the middle and come on back in time. Now the sides go up to the middle and back. Let's have the heads promenade, go halfway round that track. Sides, you promenade halfway. Everybody face your corner, girl. Do-sa-do. Keep her promenade. And I'll float up down the river to Cajun hideaway. Circle left, play some mountain music, like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Doing alley man left with a corner girl, turn through with the partner. Left alley man, come back, right and left brain. Play some mountain music, like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Promenade, and I'll float on down the river to the Cajun hideaway. away. Well, side to live up to little and come on back in time. Sides promenade, go halfway round. Let's have heads promenade, go halfway round and down. Face the corner, girl. Do a dos on do in the corner, girl.
Get home.
Promenade. Take that lady promenade one time. And I'll float down the river to a cage and hide away. Well, those heads watch the sides, promenade halfway, go sides. Now head to your turn, you promenade halfway, go around the outside, and then everybody face your corner, girl. Do a dos-a-do.
Those who know your corner.
Take that corner, promenade one time.
Promenade.
And I'll float on down the river. Join your hands, circle left, go around.
Circle.
Say, play me some mountain music, like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. Do an element left in the corner, turn through with the partner, back to the corner, left element, right and left grand. Some mountain music, you promenade your lady one time, and I'll float on down the river.
Promenade.
To hide away, bow to the partner, turn and bow to the corner.
They did great. So I just wanted to mention that a couple weeks ago, we were in here square dancing and practicing for this event, and a memory came back to me from about 45 years ago. The year was 1969, and I was a college student at Long Beach City College. And in those days, physical education was a requirement, and I had registered for a square dancing class. And that square dancing class has proven very helpful for me all through these years. And to watch these students square dance, if you knew all the skills that went into it, listening and following directions, staying focused, social graces, and it's all wrapped up in this package that we call fun. So, you know, they did a really good job, as did George Washington, my signers, and the color guards. So I wanted to take a minute and thank a few people. Fire Chief Kanabi, thank you so much for coming. For sharing your story about what the United States of America can do for a person. It's really, we're the fortunate ones that got to hear it. Thank you so much. Steve Auger comes every year from Cypress College to sing. Steve works on the credit side of Disabled Student Services as a media specialist, and he adds so much to the ceremony. Thank you, Steve. The library staff has been wonderful. They deserve a red carpet. We have many needs, and they met them all with a smile. And I don't know if anyone's here from the library, but thank you. Francis Bellamy, better known as Cameron Millage, just graduated with a BA degree. And he works in our classroom 2 days a week, did a great job, and maybe you should think about acting. Good job. There's a lot of work that goes behind the WISE programs, both at Cypress and at Wilshire, that no one sees, behind the scenes work. And the person behind that work is Mary Farrell. Thank you, Mary. Stand up. is our newest permanent staff. Nicole has come and done a wonderful job. She's brought the leadership that our program needed. Thank you, Nicole. She's in the back. Nick looks in our classroom twice a week. He's great. The students love him. We love him. Dependable. He's everything we need. Thank you. My adjunct instructor, always one we can count on. Thank you, Teresa. Dawn is our attendant, and she does much more than an attendant. She goes the extra mile. Ashley and Carly are interpreters, and not only do they interpret for our students, but they also are teaching sign language, which is probably the more difficult part of their job. Myra and Courtney are our job coaches, and Linda, I love you. Thank you for all your help. She stays for all the late buses, and I really appreciate you. And just one last comment. So in September, it will be 40 years that the WISE program, formerly known as the Independent Living Skills Program, has been open 40 years in September. And this program has come a long way, and I've seen it all develop and grow, and I've enjoyed it so much. And it's because we've had great administrators. Denise, I don't know if any of my other administrators are here, and our board members have allowed us to grow to what we are today, and I'm so thankful. So that's the end of the program. I'd like my students to very quickly take a spot for a picture.